this is Ursula with Yoga and Healthy Habits. I have another juicer to unbox today because we needed a second one. The video of the Champion 5000, I'm going to put the link here in the top corner and watch it. It's a great juicer. Of course, we kept it. My husband is using it in the office since he's juicing throughout the day, and we wanted to have a second one here in the house. Our first Greenstar original juicer is 15 years old. I will see if I still have a picture. My son took it to the college this past weekend, and it still works. It's just that the body looks pretty beat up. But again, for 15 years, the only thing what we ever had to replace was once the little screen where the vegetables actually get pressed through. That is it. That was an expense, I think, of $45. That is the gears are still the original gears. We never had a problem with the juicer. What I like about the Greenstar is that the pulp is really dry. And even when you choose celery, you have no problems. You don't have to cut your vegetables. You just press it straight through. Unless you have bigger carrots, of course you do. But most of the time, the organic carrots are not as wide in diameter anyways. And it is so easy. You can juice from cabbage to parsley to wheatgrass, celery, carrots, gosh, apples, you name it. And then you just have to change one attachment and you can make nut butters and frozen fruit ice cream. So that's why we loved it. We moved that thing from place to place. When we traveled in our travel trailer, we had it with us. So for us, it was a no-brainer, but we couldn't find the original one. So all the newer Greenstar ones are in the $500-600 range up there. And we have a friend who has one where I found the body is not as sturdy as the original one. So we're really delighted when at Amazon we found the original one. Just really quick information. This is the Greenstar Original 1000. It goes 1000, 2000, and 3000. And the only difference is the different attachments it comes with. So this is the basic model. You get it on Amazon for $449 prime shipping. And again, 15 years, no problems whatsoever. I'm gonna put the link of the Amazon juicer in the description box. Okay, so what I did, I took it out of the box already to save us some time. So here's this beautiful green box, and we don't need it anymore. And this is the juicer. So it came totally assembled this way. So I just took it out of the box, okay? Then it comes with all those beautiful basic attachments. So this is the one which you get for $449. This is glass. That's what I like. That goes in the bottom to catch your juice. And you're gonna see me later on in the video juicing. So I put like a plastic Tupperware or anything where the pulp comes out. It comes with a cleaning brush with different bristles for the different parts to go in. This is the top original press down plunge thing. It comes also with a wooden one. What I figured out, the next model up has just 3 more attachments. You can get it pretty much everywhere, right? Like a mash screen, we have one, and then you can just use that and gently press down on it. This I have honestly not figured out what that is for yet. Some kind of a scrape thing. It's not a peeler of some sort. I don't know, but I haven't really read the booklet yet, okay? We never had it in the other one. You don't need it. This is the attachment for the homogenizing where you make your nut butters and your frozen desserts. I will show that way later. And then it just came with a flyer and a DVD, what you can watch, how it's put together, I guess, and what you can do with it. So this is the lid. So it came like that. The cord is in an attachment box, not attachment, in a box in the back. And you just open this up here, and that's where the cord goes in when you store it or when you travel, or even some people when you don't use it. We use this several times a day, so we have the cord always out, okay? Because I usually have it in a different area in my kitchen, and the juicer always stands there. I want to go backwards now, disassembling it so you see the part. So again, this is the plunge to press it down. That's what you need. This is all stuff you don't need. This is just for the cleaning. Then this here just snaps out super easily. You can actually even separate this. I don't ever do that. Okay, so then you loosen this screw. This is how tight. The tighter it goes, the slower the masticating juicer, the gears around and gnaw, kind of like biting the vegetables and separating the pulp and the fiber and the actual juice. That's what makes a twin gear juicer so perfect versus any other juicer, whether it's an auger or whether it's one of those cheaper juicers like, I don't really want to name any names here. They often heat up the juices. You will lose precious enzymes. This one doesn't. The juicer body never gets hot. And if you get like those little 8-ounce jars, mason jars, and you fill it up with juice, press the lid down so it overflows a little bit. You can keep the juice up to 72 hours in your refrigerator. It might doesn't taste the greatest anymore, but you will not lose any enzymes. We drink it right away straight. Once in a while we take a juice when we, you know, want a second one an hour or two later. So that's that screw for it. And I have it always tightened in. Sometimes the pulp is a little moister, more moist like on a celery juice. Then I run that pulp to it twice. I will demonstrate that when I'm getting to the juicing parts. So you just move that screw, oops, and you're moving here those little wheels. It's a different handling coming from that versus having the juicer from the front. You're pulling this off. This is the little mash, what I mentioned earlier, what we had to replace once in 15 years. And here are your famous twin gears, okay? There are 2 black dots on the left and 1 dot on the right gear with a little bit of a stud here. It has to be lined up, the dots, and that right stud has to be on the right side for you to put it back in. And then you wiggle those gears. See that? How it really, until it really snaps in tight. Then you would put this in here, put this in here, tighten those things up, put your screw, and you're ready. Okay? They're very, very heavy. That's why they last forever. Our old ones obviously is this color. This is no longer white. It's more an orange color. That is the only difference, but everything else works. Motor is strong. So, and then you just pull that off. Those are the parts you have to clean. And this part is kind of a lid. If you pull this off here, you wanted to, or you could close this up, I guess. I never done that. I never even used that part in the old one because I keep this together, but you can just snap this tight here somehow. I don't know, I can't figure it out at this point, and you could store it away like that, have the juicer open this way. So that's pretty much all what has to do with the unboxing. I'm gonna put it back together, move it over there into my kitchen counter. It's easier when it faces forward. And I can juice, and I'll show you, demonstrate you how you juice with it, okay? So I moved the juicer over here because it's a bit easier to juice from the front versus from the side, and then the height of the dinner table isn't as great as on the counter, it works better. So I'm just gonna make a basic demonstration of a couple carrots, celery stick, a handful of spinach, and half an apple. See how fast it goes through. We're gonna look and see what the pulp does, okay? Here we go. So we're gonna turn this on here on the top. Haha, it's not plugged in. Okay, good to know, right? Little boo-boos here and there, they make life a little bit more interesting. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna carrot first, pressing it down, and I set it up with a different glass thing I have underneath. I have it for my old juicer and a strainer. You don't have that. Of course, you can use the little glass container that comes with the juicer, and you don't even have to have that smashed screen under. I like it that way because I like to have my juice really fine. And then I'm gonna go ahead here and push the celery through it. And then here, this is just something from the dollar store for the pulp. You can put even a bag under. I don't have much space the way my counter is set up. Let's do another carrot. I have organic carrots. I just wash them. I do not peel them. I like all the nutrients from the peel in it. I try to do everything organic, even the apples. Let's get a piece of apple here. So you see, it's really effortless. Every juicer makes a little bit of a noise. It's normal, but you see how easy that is. I always come back to it, to this juicer. While the Champion juicer is a great juicer, like I mentioned earlier, my husband has it in the office now. He likes it, and I'm gonna leave the link here on the top so you can look at that video. Let's put one more carrot. So you can juice, you know, any vegetable here you want. I didn't have any fresh parsley. Fresh parsley, organic fresh parsley is one of my favorites. You can put broccoli, you can put cabbage, anything. And that juicer really easily masticates or separates and juices also wheatgrass. That's one of the reasons why I got it. Let's get another celery. See, it goes pretty much by itself, and then you just put it in here. Whoops, this thing is going to be full. And the pulp here is not really that wet. That's what I like about it. Let's get a hand full of spinach here. I like to do at least 8 to 10 ounces. While when I do celery juice first thing in the morning, I just do pure celery juice. I'm gonna put the link in the info as well. The 10 benefits why you should juice celery juice first thing in the morning. Watch the video and do your research. Okay, so now what I often do, I just take a handful of that pulp. The puppy decides to drink. He's right next to me. Bobby got like, okay, she's juicing, I'm gonna drink. And look at how much more comes out. You see that? Just by putting the pulp through it again. You don't have to do that. I like that. Saving here a little bit on the produce. Pressing that through. There we go. See how it comes out? And this is the screw is all the way tight. So this is the slowest way to juice. If you loosen that up, of course, you're gonna have more of a wetter ball, but why should you, right? So we're gonna turn this off, and we're gonna move this here away, and then I'll show you how I usually do this. I pull it out. It's a little messy. Juicing is a little bit messy. And we're gonna press this here through it, so we get a little bit more juice, see that, out of it. And I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna put this in my glass. It looks like rainbow colors. You can add some beets too. I didn't have any. And here you have your fresh with squeezed fiber separated, because the pulp is your fiber. Juice, what goes within 10 minutes or so into your bloodstream, nourishes your entire body from the inside out, gives you an amazing healthy skin color, is good for you on so many levels. Okay, cheers. I still wanted to show real quick how easy it is to take apart and then to clean it. And we're gonna make nut butter and frozen desserts next, but first we need to clean it up, okay? So obviously this is sturdy, the strainer is sturdy, and we're just pulling this out. We gently lift this out. You loosen here the screws. Move this here. Separate this. It has the gears and it has the screen here in it. I usually take it to the sink like that, and then you're just gonna separate this cleaning all the parts, and then you just have to wipe this down. And I put everything in a big bowl, let it air dry for the next use. So I brought the juicer back over here because it's just easier when it faces you. And we're gonna make some frozen dessert. So all I have here is a bowl of frozen strawberries, mango, cherries, banana. Word of advice, when you freeze banana, obviously peel it and then break it in smaller chunks and put it in a freezer Ziploc bag or a freezer container, and have always a few in there, because once you get used to those type of ice creams, you don't want to eat that other junk anymore. Okay, so the sky's the limit. I sometimes do cranberries, blueberries, mixed berries, whatever I want to, whatever I have in the house. And if there is some sale, like at Sprouts, of any kind of fruits like papaya or pineapple, I cut it into pieces myself and put it in the freezer so I can have it. So I just left that a bit undone here. So far it's the same thing. So instead of the screen, it comes with this attachment. So obviously the hole is the one you want to have in the bottom. So you put that on so the ice cream actually comes out here. And then the rest is all the same attachments. I also want to mention it, this is not a sponsored video. This is my own unboxing, my own demonstration, my own idea, because I just want people to be healthier, make healthier choices, and get the right equipment to do so. So again, we're going to close this up here so nothing comes out here to the front. And the other attachments, they come with the 2000, 3000. Unless the 3000 you want to make pasta, you want to make breadsticks. We have the attachments from the old ones. I have never used it. So this is model 1000. This is all you need. I'm not going to demonstrate the nut butter in case you want to make some form of like peanut butter, almond butter, walnut butter. Make sure you soak the nuts a couple hours, rinse them, and then run it through, and then you have your nut butters. I don't do a lot of nuts. I'm very sparing on my nuts, because I'm trying to be more on the low-fat way, and I don't know, I just never do it, but you have the option with that very same attachment. So here we go, we're gonna turn it on, and it takes a moment until something actually comes out. So we're gonna press this banana down, we're gonna press another banana down, and sometimes it comes out a little runnier in the beginning, depending if your juicer is a bit more wet, if you maybe just previously cleaned it. But can you see how that comes out here? I'm going to put a banana in. Big, delicious, soft ice cream, what your kids can eat. My grandkids eat that for breakfast. And you can even be creative and hide some spinach in it. It's gonna be green, but you're not gonna taste it. It's almost like a smoothie where you don't taste it. See the cherries, you can put quite a few in it. Super easy, you press it through. Another piece of banana. We usually make a whole bunch and enjoy that as a nice dessert, and you can eat at any time you want to. You can eat a lot of fruits. Fruits is not what makes you fat. Fruits is not raising your blood sugar. This is not true. Fruit is delicious and totally healthy for you. FYI, right? Here we go. So you see this? We don't need this. This always makes that noise. Push this aside and get this out of here. I forgot to get me a spoon. But do you see this delicious ice cream? And it is not runny whatsoever. So enjoy that as many times as you want to. So that concludes my demonstration of the Greenstar Juicer Original 1000. I hope you jump on board, do something in 2019, and be healthier, be a healthier you. Do it for you and your family. This is Ursula with Yoga and Healthy Habits. Have a great, blessed day.